Hello, it's Wednesday Fair and we're back with another video. What are we doing today?
So the ANC had to make a choice about who to form a coalition government with.
Yeah.
But Cyril had a very interesting thing to say.
Yes.
Let's just check out this clip first, and then you tell me what you think about it.
We've therefore agreed that we will invite political parties to form a government of national unity as the best option to move our country forward. The modalities of the government of national unity will take into account the conditions prevailing at this moment in our country's history. The purpose of the government of national unity must be first and foremost be to tackle the pressing issues that South Africans want to be addressed. These issues include job creation and the growth of our economy that will be inclusive, the high cost of living, service delivery, crime, and corruption. The NEC has agreed that this moment calls for the broadest unity of the people of South Africa. This moment also calls for multi-party cooperation and multi-stakeholder collaboration if we are to overcome the severe challenges that confront our country. From the results of these elections, it is clear that South Africans expect their leaders to work together to meet their needs. They expect us to find common ground, to overcome our differences, and to act together for the good of everyone. We are committed to ensuring that a government of national unity has the means and the ability to build an inclusive economy, to create jobs, to end corruption, to tackle crime and corruption, and to improve the provision of services to our people. In establishing a government of national unity, we would be building on a very rich history of cooperation across divides of politics and ideology.
So what are your thoughts on that?
Very interesting decision by the ANC. Very, very interesting decision. I don't think people were expecting it because everybody was expecting them to choose a side, basically.
So for me, this is a cop-out.
Of course.
Very, very...
Of course.
I'm not going to decide.
Of course.
This is I'm not going to decide by Cyril.
Yes.
Because I'm sure he's seen the rumblings happening. That
Yes.
if he decided to work with the DA, he would be seen as a traitor.
And what people were saying, yes, people feel like he'll be a traitor, and obviously the people's sentiments towards that.
So instead of like choosing a side, because we need to remember here, like we like to think that the ANC is a pro-black party. That's not really a pro-black party.
Not.
It's a party for everyone.
For everyone.
Yeah, it's like it's inclusive of everybody. It wants
in the middle.
It wants equality for everybody. It wants everybody to be treated the same.
To please
everybody has the same rights. You know, it's basically a party for everybody.
Yes.
So
the Rainbow Nation Party.
There's not anything like that. The ANC believes in nation building. The ANC believes in non-racial society. The ANC believes in bringing everyone together. We're not going to participate in some division called blacks-only parties in South Africa. That's not what the ANC fought for. The ANC fought for all South Africans to be one in one country and to be united to build this nation that we're trying to build. Now, anything that has to do with dividing society, the ANC will not participate in. We're a leader of society.
So the pro-black people were hoping that the ANC would choose to partner up with MK and EFF, and the capitalists or the white people or people who like to serve white interests.
We're hoping for a DA.
We're hoping for a DA coalition. So Cyril decided he did a Mandela, because Mandela did the same thing in '94. He had the opportunity to go pro-black or but he decided he wanted to, Mandela actually, and Mandela and de Klerk came up with this idea of a government of national unity, which they did form.
Almost all the organizations that are going to take part in the government of national unity have undertaken in the course of the campaign to contribute to the better life of our people. That is going to be the cornerstone, the foundation on which the government of national unity is going to be based.
But from history from there, that government didn't even last 6 months.
It didn't last because certain people decided that no, I don't think this is necessarily going to work for us. Unfortunately, we don't think that we can fully express our interest in this type of setup.
Now, we've already had situations where the DA is saying that we are not willing to work with the EFF. We've already had situations where the EFF is saying we're not willing to work with the DA. So again, how is Cyril expecting to make all of this work when parties are already drawn the line and saying that, no, I'm not willing to work with that?
And I think he's trying to completely ignore why these parties are not wanting to work with each other, almost making it as if they're just being ridiculous or whatever. But the truth is their ideologies are in conflict. They are like extreme opposites of each other. So that's why I also kind of think that if it's truly about the people and South Africans, this is when we're actually going to see that from our politicians. And
so ideally, so that was my thing. I've been saying this in the previous videos that for the next 5 years, forget about your policies. Right? Work on stabilizing the country. Work on making this country better for everybody. And everybody has the ability to do that. Cyril has already outlined the things that this new government needs to do. They need to reduce the cost of living, reduce crime. He said other things as well. But he said other things as well. And he said that this is the mandate that this new government has to do. Now, if you're EFF, if you're DA, your ideologies don't
matter in that case.
You just need to work together to make this happen, make people's lives better.
Absolutely.
And now you're seeing that politicians are prioritizing their own interests and policies over the needs of
the people.
It's clear as day.
If we're being honest, if we really want things to get better, we need a situation like this. One, they all are there to hold each other accountable, right? And now, for the next 5 years, everybody wants to shine, right? And this is the opportunity for people to make themselves shine.
Well, ideally, this is how our government is supposed to work, because we are a very diverse country with a lot of interest and a lot of things going on. But we have seen that a government that has too many cooks in the kitchen, doesn't really work. It's not stable, and there's too many opinions. Nobody's cooking up something cohesive, you know. So ideally, a lot of people are debating how this government is actually supposed to work. From what I'm telling here, Cyril is saying, I'm inviting anybody who wants to come work with us to perform to execute these mandates.
This is what needs to be done. And if you're about
So he's saying, I'm inviting anybody to do that. Other people are saying that that's just coalition government.
In any case.
A true government of national unity is proportional. So it's proportional based on your seats or based on the number of votes you got. So in that case, is the ANC happy that it will get 40% of the ministerial roles? Because all the ministerial roles need to be proportionally to.
But I think at this point they probably are fine with that. As you can see, I think they've made peace that people need to go. People are being let go already.
I don't think the ANC will be happy with 40% of ministerial roles. So let's say there's 10 ministerial roles. ANC only gets 4 of them. I don't think the ANC will be happy with that. I think the ANC will try to get as many ministerial positions as possible.
I mean, we could argue that, but I feel like if it comes down to that, then because I feel like for them, what they stand to lose is much more if they pick the wrong side.
So this is a very like strategic move from Cyril, because again, he's not the ANC here are not decisively choosing what path they want to take. They're just like,
certain ones will eliminate themselves.
We've opened the gates.
Yeah.
Those who want to work with us will work with us.
Yeah.
Then that's why some people are saying that this is their way of working with the DA.
With the DA, because they will be the only ones that agree to the terms.
This is the way of working with the DA without saying they're working with the DA. So it's like a coalition gay pant. So a lot of people are very skeptical about this because the ANC should have just said, okay, we want to form a coalition government, a ruling coalition government with the DA, or you want to form a ruling coalition government.
Because truth be told, like, we're already seeing where, the MK, EFF, stance.
Because
what their stance is.
You're already seeing that the likes of, like, EFF literally said, okay, we will not share power with the enemy. Julius literally said that, saying that they were not willing to work with the DA.
No, there was a story of government of national unity. Mandela. We don't do government of national unity. We don't want it. So we want coalition. We don't want government of national unity. We will end up with wrong people.
MK said they're not willing to work with Cyril.
Yeah.
There's too many stipulations going on.
And they're saying Cyril is staying and DA can also be a part of.
Yeah, so Cyril is saying anybody who wants to work with us will work with us.
We've invited people. We're not dictating to anyone. We're saying everyone who's willing to work with us in this government on this government of unity, it's very important that you come, we move forward.
So they literally absolve themselves of making the choice. But if political leaders actually are serious about this and they do go in with the intentions of trying to make the best government.
It could be the best case scenario. That's how I feel like people are so torn about this.
But it's very unlikely that it will work if there's too many chefs in the cook. If there's too many parties trying to work, it's very, very unlikely. Because again, there are those political ideologies. So for instance, how do we go about reducing the cost of living? EFF have their own way of doing it, DA have their own way of doing it.
Yeah.
So they're going to be clashing about that.
But if the aim is one, like if there's one goal.
But there's different ways of doing it. So the DA will be like, no.
And extremes, two different extremes.
The DA will be like, let's create this free market. Let's make this. Let's grow the economy. Let's make it easier for people to make businesses.
Yeah.
And then the AFF
happy.
Then the AFF will be like, nah.
We don't care about all of this.
Let's industrialize. Yes. Let's do all of that. So you see, there's going to be that, and then people are going to be arguing. Then because the ANC is in the middle, based on maybe who bribes them more or who gives them a better incentive.
They will choose.
So you see. So for me, I'm very skeptical. I don't think this is going to be very good for moving forward. The less political parties you work with, the more stable the government will be. The more political parties you work with, the less stable the government will be. So, and there's already conflicts before the government is even formed. There's already parties saying, I'm not willing to work with that party, I'm not willing to work with this person. I have these 7 demands.
Who do you please then?
The EFF is already saying we only work with people who's gonna meet our seven demands and stuff like that. And you see, there's already a lot of conflict before the government is even formed. So I am extremely skeptical about this. I don't think it will work. I don't think it's the best decision right now that the ANC came up with. But I know why they're doing it.
But it saves them.
Yes, they're literally doing it because they don't wanna pick a side. People need to understand and forget about the ANC being pro-black. The ANC is not a pro-black party.
It's not a pro-black party. You can't expect that from them at this point.
So don't expect them to alienate other races to uplift black people. Don't expect them to do that. As Cyril says as well, he wants an inclusive government for all. That's been the ANC's motto since Mandela. So don't expect them to be pro-black.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So those people, those pro-black people wishing for MK-EFF coalitions. Don't expect the ANC to be radical like that.
Nope.
They're not.
It's not gonna happen. And even in those situations, they'll still try to be a neutral force.
Yeah, there's still a lot of things unfolding. We're still gonna see what's gonna happen. And for me, I'm not really happy about this, but it's the best that the ANC could come up with at the time.
Yes.
We'll see how it plays out. But you guys, just let us know what you think about this whole situation.
Yeah, let us know.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And keep watching. Goodbye.
We'll check you guys in the next one.